Lords and ladies, welcome back to MyStreet. 5 years later, with your host, Jake. But thought I'd do something a bit different that time, you see. Welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later. I don't really have much of an intro this time. Pardon the delay once again. I've been preparing to head off to graduation. Oh, it looks like there's some people who just joined immediately. One person joined immediately as soon as I showed up. And that would most likely be Prissy Blaze. So hello to you. All right, let's not ramble for too long now. I do have some guests that are supposed to emerge. I've sent them the invite. They should be here shortly, but let's get a head start because I know one of them's busy and the other one is unresponsive. I don't know. Anyways, today we are looking at Now Kiss. The episode where I guess Quito returns. Oh, and there is one guest here, but who said 1 sec, so I guess I can wait. I'm just gonna let them in first. So welcome to Adri. I don't know. We'll find out eventually. So we have the popcorn and milk as per usual, fully prepared. Let's go. Let's watch some action. Without further distraction, on with the reaction.
I know, right? I'm glad you wanted to hang out.
Sure.
Of course.
It's nice.
I've just been really busy hanging out with Zane.
Actually, this is a very good point. I don't think we've seen aphmau and Gareth hanging out really that much together since season 1. I guess, granted, in Love of Paradise, Gareth and Lawrence would back off a little bit, and I know that they did take hula lessons together a little bit in that one, but for the most part, yes, season 1's really when these two got some bonding time as friends and such. Granted, that was because Gareth was trying to evolve and progress back to more than friendship, but still. Okay, fine, he's here now. All right, there we go. Perfect.
Salut, bonjour à tout le monde. Comment allez-vous?
I'm just remembering that ice vendor from Frozen. Yoo-hoo! Whatever he says.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, my hair is being a pain in the butt. Okay.
Yeah, so I saw from the messages. Yeah. I mean, honestly, my hair, I had to flute the hair. Ironically, you won't know that means the thing that Monet started. But yeah, like my hair actually goes up to about here now. But
yeah, that's pretty long.
well, yeah. My echo is like, oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, really, please. See, this right here is why it's good to have people actually talking in stream. So if you're watching this right now and you don't have a Twitch account, get one. It's free. You can talk to people. That's what we want here. That's.
And you can also let me know how gorgeous my hair is because.
Oh yes, do that too. Why not? That's another good purpose.
Same. I've been with Aaron just as much.
Understandable. Especially after.
Yeah, we need aphmau and Zane time as well. I mean, aphmau and Garth time is great. It's long overdue, like I said. But aphmau and Zane time, yeah. It's meant to be best friends for crying out loud.
You know. Everything.
Yeah.
Hey! Look this!
Gareth, you don't have to do anything silly to cheer me up.
No, he just will automatically anyway, because that's the way he does. It's well worth it. I hope Josh will get one soon. Well, yeah, Josh is probably here right now. But yeah, he refuses to get accounts that are free regardless. I don't know why. I mean, I will say, when I was a kid, I wasn't really too familiar with the concept of like what it would mean mean to like make an account for something or whatever. I don't, but nowadays, fine, I have accounts for like everything. So back in the day, it was like this website was like, Game Creators Cartoon Network or something like that. So that I played all the time, but I couldn't save any levels to it because I needed an account to do so. So just making them and then deleting them all it was interesting, but it wasn't exactly productive. I think Addy was on that website a little bit too, just because I ended up showing him a bit. I think he was like one of my main testers as well.
I've been doing better, and having Aaron back has really helped. How have you been doing?
What do you mean?
I mean, back then, you almost lost Zane. Is everything back to normal?
No, to be honest.
Look, I'm sorry, I have to say this.
Oh, good lord, what is that sound?
Okay, sorry, look. It's my fan because my room is like 895 million degrees. Okay.
Oh yeah, I just realized I left mine on, but I pointed it in the opposite direction.
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe that's less distracting. Can people hear the fan? Pretty plays, ye of the commenting type. Can you hear the fan? Just let me know. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
Yeah. So he didn't almost lose Sane. No. He lost Sane and then unlost him.
I suppose in the same way that aphmau lost Aaron and then Deus Ex Machina happened.
Yes.
I suppose.
Maris, maybe not as crazy as you, but the thought of what everyone went through, even Zane, still makes me shudder today.
Yeah, here's two things about that. One, it's great that we're actually exploring, like, again, the effect that on the lodge from on somebody else than just aphmau and Aaron, because obviously they all went through some harrowing stuff as well, depending on their connections and stuff. Oh, apparently you can't hear the background fan. Good, I'm glad. But the second thing is that this is also why we need Lawrence here. I mean, aphmau gets a bunch of friends to support her, and Kawaii-chan even came along to support aphmau and Aaron and got a ticket thanks to just essentially sneaking on and such. I bet if Lawrence did that to support Garth, it wouldn't be the exact same thing, would it?
Would you like to talk about it?
I just feel like I could have been smarter about it. There were so many opportunities that I had to stop what happened if I just paid attention.
Oh, don't worry, Garth. Everyone was stupid in Season 4. Not just you. I know they called you a boob mind, but it wasn't just you.
You did a lot, Garth. You were there when everyone needed you.
Honestly, more than most people. What did Lucinda do for half the season?
Yeah, but everyone is still dealing with what happened, even to this day. I might want to just think about this alone for a bit longer.
I understand. You can always talk to me if you want.
Thanks, aphmau. I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Hey, Garth? Wanna build a sandcastle?
Sure, why not?
After all, friendship is sandcastles.
Awesome!
Again, this is literally just love of how it's done better. Except I like the sandcastle episode actually. I saw the My Little Pony reference.
Let me construct the door, though. I don't trust you.
All right, there she is. Are you ready, Kawaii-chan?
Ready!
I mean, kudos to Zane for setting this up, I guess.
Can't wait.
And also finding a pink bandana of sorts. Also, is that the same swimsuit that Kawaii-chan wore in Season 2? I mean, I guess not everyone has to get an upgrade.
To see enough? Oh.
Oh, just
And Garth. And Garth.
I can't meet her. Not yet. It's only aphmau.
yeah, so?
I want to meet them both at the same time.
Oh yeah, forget the fact that she's your friend and was a roommate for ages, and also the one you called Senpai. No. Forget all of that. The The ship is what's important. Come on.
Huh?
It's just all this trouble to see them, and it needs to be special. That's why I don't want to see their faces until they see
It
me, so I
always
can see how
needs
shocked
to
they
be special
look.
for Kawaii-chan.
Yeah.
Everything always needs to be perfect.
Yeah. The thing is that from Kawaii-chan's perspective, it's special, but from aphmau and Aaron's perspective, they're literally just they're being like, "Hey, you know how you two have been like recovering your relationship and stuff, and you've been enjoying your alone time? Well, guess what? Here's Kawaii-chan."
And then smooch their faces together.
In case there was any doubts as to why this episode was called Now Kiss. The Sandcast episode season 2 is my favorite episode of the season. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's my favorite episode of the season, but it's up. I do really enjoy it, and I really do enjoy Ivy as well being there. I'm not like Aiden saying she doesn't get more screen time necessarily, but what she got, I enjoyed.
Well, minus the face smushing. Is that really how you want to let them know you're here? All right then.
Yeah, surprise!
We can wait.
Yay!
But if you get revealed sooner because you keep sneaking out, that's your own deal.
Yeah, that's true. You just stop making pancake. Want to be good.
Perfect. Come on, let's go.
Oh wait, don't you mean perfect? Ah, that pun.
Oh,
Kawaii-chan, no, that's the ocean!
huh?
Well, we knew she was going to end up dying eventually. We just didn't think it was going to be of that.
I feel like someone was watching us. Ah, Gareth!
Savage! Oh my god!
I meant die of fangirlism, obviously. Oh yeah, I should probably say, yeah, die of fangirlism and in game. Just clarifying this for Twitch, you know. Forgot about that for a second.
Yeah, watch out, man.
It's a fictional character, should be fine.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But night I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else.
Aw, man, I hear this place is great.
I know! I'm excited to try their salads.
Who goes to a restaurant to eat a salad?
Yeah,
Every vegetarian in Spain ever, 'cause that's all they have for us.
there's plenty of leaves outside.
And they're
tortilla.
free.
I get tortilla.
Salads taste better than leaves. I've tried.
Yeah, and tortilla tastes better than salad.
We're just teasing you, Dottie. We were? Next.
Oh god, I just remembered what episode this is. And lo and behold, the day that Monet has to go to Colombia, the day when the episode that I've been anticipating for her to actually watch not when this plot line happened, but I knew that it was coming. Let me just 1 second. Okay. While I'm here, I might as well just yoink. There we go. All right. Proceed.
Oh. Hey there. I was wondering, what's the wait time for a table for 6?
Well, you see, this place is full, so we won't be able to accommodate you.
Huh? But there are other people waiting in line.
You know something? There is I know he's trying to make an excuse here, and granted, that's at least a more pleasant way of emphasizing company policy in this case. But all I can think of now is the one time that Aura and Blade went to the restaurant of the Lord of Pizzas, and one of the jokes in that video is that the guy he's made a video on previously, and he goes to his restaurants, and one of the things is like the está lleno, la pizzeria está llena. Like the pizzeria is full, and then you pan across it, and it's completely empty. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go find some room. Let's just see if there's some room for you." It's like, "Oh, and he comes back later. Oh well, I think there's some space." And out of play, of course, like, "Well, oh yeah, of course. I mean, look, there's so many people. I understand." Anyway, that's not remotely what's happening here, but I just thought of it because again, I want to cope with this plot line.
And the brochure said this place accepts walk-ins.
Yes, we do. However, we don't accept, how do I put this? People like you.
And that's a worse way of putting it. You should put, and honestly, if you have a policy like this, I mean, granted, that's probably illegal by this stage in the universe, but also put it in the brochure.
I would hope so.
Werewolves. We don't accept werewolves into this establishment.
Okay, third time's the charm. We got there eventually.
Okay, I have a question.
No, you.
He has
Yeah.
a serious. Is this like aphmau actually being like anti-segregationist, or is this just like an in-universe thing that just happens?
Well, see, here's the thing. This is what like the constant thing. This is why I keep trying to invite Monet onto this season in particular, and also season 2 of Phoenix Drop High, is because with the werewolf content, there's a lot of social commentary that isn't very subtle,
Right.
and sometimes doesn't need to be. It's just because but also I don't know. It's very obvious what it's supposed to symbolize. And usually it comes from a place of saying, like, you know, this should not be a thing that happens. Other times, not this time, but other times, it's weirdly that there's like this not addressed in the proper way, and some of it just gets completely ignored. Like aphmau's treating of Aaron in a lot of these episodes, where she starts saying "good boy" to him, or keeps trying to touch his ears when he doesn't want her to, etc., etc., like that. Always be thought so because apparently he enjoys it later. Like I don't know, stuff like that. And Monet's always telling me about all these kinds of things that happen in real life, rather than with species with races, but stuff the stuff that people haven't actually quite evolved past, even though it actually is more subtle. So, in a way, sometimes it can come off extremely well executed, and other times it falls completely flat on its face. This might be a flat on the face time, we'll see.
You gotta be kidding me. You're one of those places.
Huh?
We have good reason to be one of those places. Werewolves have made a wreck out of our establishment before. Too rowdy, can't keep their voices down.
I mean, the werewolf insurance is like an actual thing, right? That's a thing that you can get.
I'm sorry, but in this case, I'm going to have to deny you.
You cannot be serious.
How dare you! Seriously, I ought to teach you a lesson.
He'd be proving his point, but I get the
Right.
I'm with Maria
Yeah.
on this one. You guys shouldn't deny people just because of what they look like.
And it's lines like that where it's saying not because of what they are, but because of what they look like. Again, not subtle.
Guys, calm down. I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
All right.
Hey, Aaron. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, we can always find another place to eat. This happens sometimes when we go to places.
Yeah, but that never makes it right.
Oh, the way that Daniel said that. Oh.
Let's just calm down until we've
Something like
spoken to the
that.
manager.
Hello there. How may I help you?
Yeah, one of your employees seems to have an issue with us.
Made of the situation, and I am afraid I must side with my employee.
Huh?
You see, we've had werewolves here before, and they did of property damage. It wasn't something we were too fond of.
I'm sorry that happened, but that doesn't mean we're the same way. Werewolves have the ability to be jerks just like other people. It doesn't mean we're all the same.
Or the ability not to be jerks in this case, but yeah.
Yeah! Be that as it may, we are still recovering from the last incident, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to deny you access to the restaurant.
Oh, this is a new policy. Okay. That's why it wasn't in the brochure. Got it.
Seriously? That's discrimination.
You better let us in or else.
Already with that attitude.
I'll show.
I did say before, proving his point, but the anger is justified.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I think,
cycle
like,
of civil disobedience commences.
yeah. See, this is they and I've never heard that term before actually, but it makes sense. But yeah, everyone apart from Maria seems to be actually handling this in the most polite fashion possible, like pushing back, obviously. But yeah, at least they are actually trying to. They're trying to like, we're not the same way.
Show you attitude.
Enough! Just stop!
Hey, what are you doing?
Let me go.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Humph.
Yeah, you guys suck. Rylan, What? They do.
Wow, that was too much for Daniel to handle.
What was that for?
Yeah, we could have taken them.
We shouldn't retaliate in that way.
They were being unfair and so disrespectful.
Yes, trust me, my blood is still boiling that they would discriminate that way.
But you played it off really cool, and that's impressive.
What's even worse is the manager agreed with that guy.
It's not like this hasn't happened to us before, but man, when it does, you just want
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the manager agreed with the employee because it would have been his policy to begin with.
to punch someone.
Tell me about it.
Trust me, I get it. But don't you understand they fear us right now? Tell a person that we can take them isn't something anyone wants to hear. We can't go around saying things like that.
This is literally what happened in high school. This was like the whole thing. Because in high school, the commentary was about, the difference between werewolves and humans and the fear that they have of each other in particular, and also the violence from one side of it that is mostly, been contained within that particular species. Again, especially to those American viewers out there, that might sound vaguely familiar. So again, like I say before, not subtle, but it's weird that this particular cast of characters who have been around in the days of Alpha Daniel, haven't really grasped that concept still. I know it hasn't been that long for the audience since Phoenix Drop High Season 2 would have ended, but even so, it's been about a month or so, maybe more. And here we are, set like a decade down the line, and the characters still haven't actually acted on what would have been very simple. Very simple. I'm trying to think. Societal behavioral changes that would have helped their case here. I'm not saying it's their fault at all. I'm just saying that from their perspective, it doesn't make sense the way that they've actually evolved.
I understand, but those guys were jerks.
I couldn't agree more.
You okay, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just really upset and disgusted by what. I'm sorry, guys.
It wasn't your fault. It was those jerk humans. You just wanted to take us somewhere nice.
Oh, hey, why don't we go back to the boat and have a barbecue? That would be awesome. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Let's go then.
Is the barbecue going to include weenies? Because of course it is.
Aw, man, I'm bored.
I could get you another ball.
I'm bored of balls.
Well, you and
Well, I mean, you did fill a pool with them before, or several of them, in fact. So I don't blame you.
Rylan really did make a mess downstairs. You could go fix it up.
We don't clean up messes.
Huh?
We've
Speak
noticed.
for yourself. I clean. I mean, mostly my fur. My room is kind of a wreck. But still.
Yeah, that's boring. How about we go to the park after this?
The park is closing in a few minutes, so
Okay, I'm
even if we did go, we'd only be able to wait in one line before we'd have to leave again.
Shoot!
Well, we could plan out what we want to do tomorrow while we sit here. I mean, there is a lot we missed in the park, and we could figure out a way to...
Yeah, but that's what instincts are for.
I get that, but it wouldn't hurt to...
Sometimes the...
This feels like what happened with the last time I went on holiday with Pika, which incidentally, he was supposed to call me about something yesterday and didn't. I don't know. But yeah, he was always a huge fan of planning things out, and he got annoyed when people didn't actually plan with him. And now it seems that he's actually decided, oh well, let's do a vague outline and let spontaneity be our guide. Which honestly, for everyone else, is much more refreshing.
The moon keeps us up late. Not sure if you've experienced that yet or not, but planning never really works. So when it comes to doing things, we just follow our instincts.
That's cool, but
is your instinct going to tell you to go outside in the foot there to just like howl outside of the establishment while it's closed?
I kind of rely on both, and
don't worry. Just trust your instincts. As a werewolf, it's what you should do.
Yeah.
Blaze, again, back to the high school thing. He's trying to prove that elves and humans aren't that different to each other. You're not helping.
Food's done.
Not the usual weenies, but he'll do.
The wonderful cooking trick. Just smack the table 4 times. Food will pop right up.
I mean, Aaron is one of the best chefs in MyStreet, so I'm going to trust his instinct here. I'm going to trust his instinct that he works.
I think I'm going to go lie down for a bit. I'll be back later.
Aaron. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I
Say
heard what you guys
to
were
the
talking
not
about.
at all manipulative mother figure.
Of course, yeah.
Best mother.
You sounded a bit frustrated. Care to talk?
I'm tired of this. First, people saw...
Hello, temporary bird 35. H to you as well.
And thought that we were trouble. And then the pack always wants me to do things a certain way because that's the way werewolves are.
Well, you're the alpha. You can tell them that you want to do things differently, you know? Like you did in high school.
I mean, I get it. I've been trying to embrace it. But it's like everyone wants me to be someone different now. I hate this.
Aaron. They're just trying to help you be you.
I was already me. Why does that need to change? I just, wish things could go back to the way they were.
Honey.
Actually, I have a question about werewolf physiognomy. So, you know how, like, different, like, I guess, races of people have different kinds of hair, right? So, like, Asian people have very smooth hair. You have the Afro style that I will eternally be jealous of. And I have the smooth on the top and curly in the bottom because I'm a mutated species of some kind. So, do werewolves have like... yeah. So, do werewolves have like... Do werewolves and Mifwa and people have different hair? Like, is that like a thing?
I don't know about different hair, but I do know for a fact that werewolves are the only creatures in this universe with noses. Yeah, like just full on. It's not that they have a more enhanced sense of smell or anything. Aaron literally embarrassingly admits to aphmau that he has a nose.
Wait, how do humans smell in this universe?
I don't know. Maybe they just have like pores or something.
Actually, terrifying image. Thank you.
They're all Voldemorts. That's what they are. Yeah, just in case there was what the thinking of simping for these characters anymore. Let me just fully put that to bed. And I to you too, Phoebe.
It'll help clear your mind.
Yeah.
Kawaii-chan! Aaron's back!
Yeah, but aphmau is in.
But it was only Aaron.
Yeah, see?
Don't worry, I'll let you know when aphmau comes around.
Yeah, remember when this was the plot of the episode, everyone? Remember when this was the big conflict of the episode before that other thing happened? And yet, it's actually kind of weird in a sense, because, like, you would think that that would be like, the focus of the episode title. You could have called it something like "We Don't Serve Werewolves" or something, showing the thumbnail of them being denied service, and Aaron's like shocked reaction to it. That would have been a great thumbnail to have. But yet, I guess, once again, like I said before, with Kwai-chan and Friends thing, the ship gets more priority. Also, speaking of ships, why is this one called the SS Gate? I mean, I know that the one at the end of Season 6 is called the SS Scaleswind, after the village of Scaleswind in Minecraft Diaries, but what about this one? I remember the village being called Gate. What's that one about? Details matter, Jess. Details matter. Right, so that also makes it imply that certain people don't have a nose. Yeah, but that would have been such an easy fix. Like just being like, I know, I have a snoozer, like what? A wolf nose, like adding one word there, like a wolf nose or some kind, like a werewolf nose, something that would be like different. But no, you had to say the words "I have a nose."
Hey, Aaron, are you... Huh?
Hey, Aph. How do I look?
Aaron?
Things going back to normal, yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's just...
Again, from the mutant girl, when someone says they're fine, they're never fine. Oh, Guy and Nate's being gate is based on their ship. You know what? I like that. Okay. Sure. You know, yeah. Levi drink to the SS Gate. I would have Levi drank to the actual, like, you know, werewolf commentary and such again, but yeah, it should have been the focus of the title because it deserves more attention than it's being given here.
I haven't seen you like this in a while.
Oh, you mean
yeah, like a year
without my ears and tail?
Yeah.
Did something happen?
I just felt like putting them away. That's all.
I can tell you're lying to me.
Yeah, something happened. I'm just not sure who I am right now.
Huh?
I just wanted to be old me.
That has been a central question throughout. You know, aphmau was worried that Aaron was going to be different now because of embracing his werewolf side. Again, implying that I guess part of werewolf physiology is the fact that if you have the ears and tail out, your hormones are different, so therefore your thought processes also become so. That's another physiology detail. But beyond that, you know, everyone else is trying to make him embrace too much of his werewolf side too quickly. So everyone in their own way is making it seem like it's much more of a big deal than it was before. It actually kind of reminds me. I brought this up, but it actually kind of reminds me of that big argument that I had with Monet on stream one time about Marwick that actually lasted longer than the stream itself. And again, about the one thing that she brought up was about Marwick embracing both sides of his heritage, as if there should have been some grand distinction. And I argued that there should not have been. Again, another reason why I would love if Monet was here, but she can't actually be here today, like specifically today. So again, it brings that back, because the point that I was trying to make is that, you know, a person's identity is their own. It doesn't have to be tied to their roots or their appearance or anything. I mean, if anything, we live in the age where we know people where people's own genders aren't, you know, tied to their identity, or at least the ones they were born with, the ones they identify with later, the ones they choose themselves. So, if considering all of that progress throughout, you know, it does strike me that, she was right about one thing. Other people don't get over it so easily. But I still insist that I was right about something else. That Aaron's own happiness is tied to what he thinks of himself, rather than what everyone else wants him to be.
Just for a second.
Aaron, you are who you make yourself to be.
I know, it's just... It's hard to explain how I feel. I wish I could help you understand.
I wish I understood more. But I do know one
Oh, wait. That's foreshadowing. Oh, dear. Dial it back, aphmau. That's...
thing.
No.
With your ears and tail or without, you are beautiful either way.
Second Levi drink. Honorary Levi drink right there. For that line. I should have waited.
Hey
now,
there.
I mean, yeah, sure, the thing will happen now.
Zane?
This feels totally appropriate now. Why not? Yeah.
I wanted to see if you two were busy.
No, not really.
Perfect. Then, I would like you two to
You can
see
it
someone.
behind. Yeah. Oh my word.
Huh?
There's no way they couldn't tell that it was her.
Kawaii-chan?
Why is that a surprise? She was only blindfolded. She's not a different human being. Aaron has a bandana on half the time, and people know it's him still.
What is she doing here?
She was invited here by Mr. Lycan. Oh, and before you freak out, she knows about the werewolf thing, Aaron. She already pledged not to tell a soul. To your father, no less.
Wow,
Yeah, which you did also, Zane. Look how that turned out.
This is, kinda...
I, just wasn't expecting to see you here.
See? This is why the tone does not match.
I mean, how the heck does everyone keep popping up here?
You two should kiss.
What?
Kawaii-chan.
That's the one part of this episode I've not forgotten about, other than the werewolf thing. That line.
And we talked about this.
Kiss.
Kawaii-chan, no touching the child.
Yeah, literally, that episode in particular, that's the one lesson that Zane forgot to cover with her, was shipping. And that's what undid everything, all the progress that was made. So yeah, again, we're back to this situation where Zane forgets it because is unable to teach Kawaii-chan not to ship people.
Is she okay? She's...
Zane? Quick,
She's
run!
probably going to attack you.
Just do a little peck, do a little smooch. That's it. That's all she wants. And
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
So that was the episode. I need a retreat. I need to just. It's one of those episodes where you kind of have to just like take a walk and think about what you've just witnessed. I will say it's impressive how many of those there are in aphmau's stories. You know, not everyone is able to pull it off. I myself have attempted that a few times. Hasn't quite gone the same way, but I an attempt was made. She needs a law restrainer to restrain entirely from them. I can't tell if you're referring to Kawaii-chan or aphmau the creator at this point, because aphmau the creator again prioritized the ship above everything else in this episode. I would be praising it to the high heavens, like the whole commentary thing and what's going on, the way that it was honestly realistically handled. Like what stuff I was saying before about Blaze and Maria, overreacting and the way that goes. That's how it sometimes goes down in real life, and that's also again part of the problem. That's why it's everyone's responsibility to evolve as people, not just the people who start discrimination in the first place. However, I would be saying all of this were it the focus of the episode, and yes, it occupies the main middle part. So arguably, maybe it is the plot of the episode. But then why does Kawaii-chan get to hide the whole thing? Granted, one thing I'm unfair with this is that this isn't done in isolation. It does come back later, and it does keep Aaron's character arc going as to, his search for his identity and such. And also, like I said before, kind of foreshadows aphmau's quest to understand him more, for better or worse, as will be discussed when the events transpire. This episode is just the embodiment of terribly written fan fiction. I don't know. I don't know of many fan fictions that offer social commentary halfway through the book.
Yeah, that would be a new one for me.
I did read a rather interesting, not fan fiction, but kind of fan fiction style vampire-y fantasy, where there does seem to be a little bit of commentary about certain things as of recently. But yeah.
Why do I feel called out?
Yeah, the creator, whoever they may be, probably wasn't entirely focusing on those details. And they're not as distracting in this case. It's more just, how the upper class have the person and the rigors and pressures that have gone on for such in this other universe and such.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've seen many things in my days, but this is over the top. Yeah. You know what? I think the best way to start this episode is to quote one of the most well-known lines from the prophet of our time, Ronald Weasley. She really needs to sort out her priorities. So with that in mind, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if not done so already. And oh wait, I've got to check when the next episode is. Because actually, fittingly enough, we're going from this very awkward middle child to actually 3 of my favorite episodes in the entirety of MyStreet in general, not just this season, but of the entire show. And that's not just me being a Zane-chan shipper, but I do have my reasons, and I will go over them. Again, in a place where the emphasis is put in the right location. In another 6 days' time. Am I missing an aphmau roleplay that was going on in the middle of this? Because the days are really spread out now. I'm surprised. It's not a bad thing. I'm surprised. Gives me more time to catch up with the streams I need to upload from the archives. So it's fine. But I don't know. Anyways, the day it says here is the 19th of July. So I will see everyone here in 6 days' time for, again, one of my favorite episodes in the whole show, I Like You. Same time, same place, 5 years later. Until then, please like this if it matters. I said this before. On that note, until next time, farewell. And also follow and subscribe. And yeah, you